nothing but the larger halls. One of them is Tennessee Performing Arts Center. And later in the show, I have no idea where he is right now, but he will be calling us. We're going to talk to Jay about what to expect on the show Saturday night, as well as some exciting things that are happening in his future as well. So stick around for that. Also today on the program, he's back. Gordon Street will be here. Gordon had just saw the movie Top Gun, and he'll be here with some scenes and his review of the latest Tom Cruise movie. And there are some great flight scenes there involving F-14 fighter planes like you see there in that video. Yesterday, we talked about the Homecoming 86 special. That train rolled into town yesterday around 4 o'clock, stopped at Murfreesboro as well. Dan McDaniel got on board in Murfreesboro, rode the train into Nashville, and our weather and now train expert Dan will have a report for you. More gardening tips today. Mary Rust here from Wayside Garden Center. Topic today, plants and pots. That pots, not pot, for the benefit of our staff here. So that's coming up. And also, we're going to find out about the Nashville model search. Yes, the scouts are in from New York, and we'll tell you how you can be a part of it. First of all, let's join Teddy Bart, who's here with a look at the morning news. Hello, Teddy.
Hi, Charlie. Good morning, everybody. In the news, rescue workers have been on the scene at Gray and Dudley Manufacturing Company in West Nashville for a little more than an hour, where part of a building apparently collapsed. Demetria Kaladimos is standing by live to bring us up to date. What's the scene down there, Demetria?
Well, Teddy, at just about 9:30 this morning, a section of the roof collapsed in the far rear at Gray and Dudley Manufacturing Company here on Clifton Avenue. The section of roof was about 100 by 50 feet. It caved into the steel shop while workers were busy inside. There were a few people on breaks, so not many were inside. Amazingly, no one was seriously injured.
The whole roof from the door department where we work at, clean on back through, it just crumbled.
Hear like somebody dumped some metal in the floor, and looked back. I had earplugs and everything, and I kept hearing it because it got louder, and then when I looked back, I could just see light and everything coming in.
I just saw the sky falling. It was about it.
There has been no official word on the cause of this accident, but sources are telling us that workers were moving a large metal dumpster inside, and that dumpster hit a roof support beam, causing the collapse. This building is very old. Some say it may date back to the 1800s. Gray and Dudley manufactures kitchen stoves, and all the operations here have been put on hold until Thursday. Teddy, today the workers were given their paychecks and simply sent home.
Quite a little bit scared, I would think, too, Demetria. Was anybody taken to the hospital?
Many of the people were very shook up. There were two minor injuries, Mr. Tom Adams and Miss Olene George. They were transported to the hospital. We don't know if they are keeping those people for observation. We'll check on that and, of course, have a full report tonight on the scene at 6. Reporting live, Demetria Kaladimos, Channel 4 News.
Thank you, Demetria. In other news, officials are investigating the cause of an early morning fire at a South Nashville motel. Metro firefighters were called to the Greystone Motel at 771 Murfreesboro Road about 5:30 this morning. The blaze was quickly brought under control. Officials say the fire destroyed 4 rooms at the motel, but no one was injured.
Everybody got out. One of the people woke up and went one direction, and one went the other direction, knocking on the doors and got everybody out.
Officials say they aren't sure what started the fire, but they say it may have been caused by a faulty electrical heater. Methodist church officials are apparently getting some negative feedback from their decision to remove the hymn "Onward Christian Soldiers" from new church hymnals. Hymnal editor Carlton Young says so far they received more than 50 letters and phone calls, most of them negative. The Hymnal Revision Committee announced its decision to remove the standard from the new hymnals earlier this week, saying the song was pro-war. The committee has already cut about 130 hymns, but none of the changes will be approved in final form until 1988. Well, the chairman of the state Democratic Party says Tennessee's Homecoming 86 train has become a political event because Republican gubernatorial candidate Winfield Dunn is on it. The 10-car train carrying Dunn, Governor Alexander, author Alex Haley, and others rolled into Middle Tennessee yesterday. The train is on a week-long journey across the state. Democrat Ned Ray McWhorter is expected to join the train in West Tennessee. Today, the train winds its way into Dixon and Waverly. The small town of Cokeville, Wyoming is still in shock after last week's hostage situation at an elementary school. Yesterday, doctors and psychologists visited the school to help the children cope. Jim Cummins has more in this report.
Psychologists instructed the teachers at Cokeville Elementary to talk openly with the youngsters about the terrifying events.
Do I get a hug? Do I get a hug? How are you?
Okay.
Show me where you were.
Where were you,
Jean Mitchell's first grade classroom. 150 school children say they watched a bomb go off, then saw a man shoot his wife, a teacher, and kill himself. This room was open for the children to see. Mrs. Mitchell talked about it with her first graders.
Why'd the man only shoot Mr. Miller?
I think the man was probably frightened.
The tragedy left a deep impression on Amy Bagasso, who told her fifth grade classmates she saw the man shoot his wife.
He shot her because she was in pain or she screwed up his plan. And so he went in there and he got a different, and then he shot Mr. Miller and then back with the same gun that he shot his wife. And then he got a .44 hand pistol, something like that, and he blew the back of his head off.
The school principal says some of the parents are reluctant to let go of their children now.
Well, I'm more concerned about the adults right now than I am the kids. I think the kids are going to be helping the adults through it.
They were okay.
Adults like LaVon Wathen, who says Cokeville will never be the same.
I love you. I think the majority of the parents are going to appreciate the children. And I look at my son every day, and I'm so thankful.
Did you have reading today?
Jim Cummins, NBC News, Cokeville, Wyoming.
The death toll from Monday's devastating typhoon in the Solomon Islands has now risen to 71. This morning, searchers pulled 65 bodies from the mud debris. Officials say the death toll could be in the hundreds. The number of residents are missing and feared dead. When the storm hit, winds were clocked at 115 miles per hour. And finally, Britain's Queen Elizabeth is making a much unheralded visit to the southeast starting today. She'll be touring Kentucky's thoroughbred horse farms in search of top prospects for her royal stables. No public events are planned for the Queen, although the governor will be presenting her with 2 silver mint julep cups. In the Queen's absence, the palace announced today that a 3-member team has been selected to bake the royal wedding cake for Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson. Officials said the cake for the July 23rd nuptials will be so big...
How big will it be, Ted?
...that the spoon to stir the batter, Charlie, will be the size of an oar. I mean, that's a big cake. When you figure that you have to just row across a cake, you're mixing up a batch of batter.
Take a chainsaw to cut it, too, probably.
Really will.
But we wish them well. We'll get them a blender and send it over, okay?
Maybe.
Coming up today on Channel 4 Magazine, Mary Rust from Wayside Garden Center demonstrates how to decorate your patio with container pots. And will it remain cool over the weekend? We're going to find out. Dan McDaniel will be here for the forecast when Magazine continues.
Hello, my name is Saul Fessman, and I own Queen City Home Healthcare. I would like to tell you how you can get this lift chair at positively no cost. This is not a gimmick. This is a legitimate program. If you are enrolled in Medicare Part B with a qualifying medical condition and have a Medicare supplemental policy that covers the deductible and co-insurance, then you can get this lift chair at no cost. Many people suffer from arthritis and cannot get up from a seated position. This chair will give them the independence to get around and prevent injury to family and friends. So if you're a Medicare recipient and you meet the previous conditions, then you can get this lift chair at no cost. Just call 1-800-544-3500 toll-free, and we'll tell you how you can get the lift chair delivered to your home at no cost. Just call 1-800-544-3500 toll-free and join the many thousands of people who are being helped by our lift chairs.
Long-distance phone service. Once you had no choice, but now you have a lot. Which one's right? U.S. Telecom, because we'll save you more than MCI, and we'll save you up to 40% more than AT&T. With this guarantee, if you're not satisfied, we'll switch you back to AT&T free. U.S. Telecom, it's guaranteed. Call 1-800-531-1986. U.S. Telecom, the right price.
Last year, United Way helped feed 58,000 hungry families, helped heal the hurt for hundreds of victims of sexual abuse, and helped thousands of people who were trying to hide their addiction to alcohol. I'm Lee Greenwood, and your United Way dollars are hard at work throughout Middle Tennessee, helping people who have problems they just can't solve alone. There are 466 agencies ready to help and just one number to call. The United Way Helpline, 255-HELP. United Way, thanks to you, it's working.
Let's make it official. Give the time.
It's 11 past the hour.
Okay, it leads me. See, I have to have that as a cue to continue on with this particular show. Yeah.
You're a creature of habit, aren't you?
I know. This is the morning newspaper, Joe. If you want to get a shot of this, the food section, naturally, that's where Bill Hall would appear. The C section of the newspaper. And here you see Bill skinning a catfish nailed to a tree. Now, you weather guys are just phenomenal. Yesterday, you were aboard a train. Here's Bill. Obviously, the catfish had no fighting chance. Bill's got him against a tree, skinning him. Telling you how to do catfish. If you need a knife, a pair of pliers, a nail, and a strong stomach.
Well, that's pretty decent. I mean, what's your problem? Don't you have any hobbies or something?
Nothing like this. Nothing like this.
To you, your hobby comes in the mail, right?
Care to explain that later?
No, not at all.
Let's go right ahead with the weather here.
All right, Charles. For the past 24 hours, highs and lows today. 43, another chilly morning. Pretty close to the record low for the day. The high yesterday at 69, and of course way below the normal 80 for this day. The air quality and pollen both reading good and moderate respectively. Precip, dry for another day, 92 month, 7.5 year, 14.25 for the difference. So far, we are behind for the state in the year. Right now at the Weather Service, we have the following readings. Well, here's our Weather Bank station report. We do have 40, most of our stations earlier this morning. Everybody in the 40s except for Jackson. They were at 54 degrees. There's some cloud cover out that direction, and right now a warm front is pushing clouds right into the western part of the Channel 4 area. Although things are really quite sunny because of high pressure over most of our region, these are dwindling our direction, so there will be a little cloud cover, especially to the west, and maybe even a shower or two with all that. The rest of the southeast really a clear one today. The cold front has taken everything off the Atlantic coastline for the most part. On up into Ohio and West Virginia, though, this still is the part of this backward situation from yesterday, so they do have a lot of cloud cover, that dismal gray kind, and a few showers from yesterday may linger on into today. New England, a cloudy one, a few clouds through the central plains and the northern mountains, and the rest of the country, really a lot of sunshine today. A few showers in that northern mountain region, and a couple thunderstorms that have moved into southeastern Oklahoma and on into Arkansas for the day, and it does look like scattered showers south of Toledo and on down through the rest of New York. The temperatures mostly 50s, 60s, and 70s across the U.S. today, although the chillier 40s in the northern mountain range. This mostly sunny affair should be with us for most of the day, but clouds are due in here later tonight in spite of the high pressure over our region. Record lows along the coastline today, 2 inches of rain in the past 24 in Miami from this slow-moving system, and 1 1/3 at Allentown, 1 inch in a couple other places in New England. So it seems that most of the eastern third of the nation has benefited greatly from this slow-moving precip package. To the west, though, another new system is bringing winter advisory weather to the mountains of Oregon and western Wyoming. Winnemucca hit the low for the mainland today at 42. More record lows on the California coastline. Tomorrow, the system moves a little bit further inland. Scattered showers due to the warm fronts scattering our way, but not much in terms of blanket rain, and also more of the rain package along the extremes of the coastline. For the Channel 4 color radar scan, oh, that made me irpy. This is right on the river. And I think that's all. 72. Here's the forecast. Mostly sunny for the Channel 4 region. Then a mostly cloudy day. That'll be in the western portions. And obviously picked up one shower there. There may be a few more before we get into the nighttime hours. The high is at 76. For tonight, we'll look for a mostly cloudy situation, particularly from the west, and then isolated shower or two, 60 for the low. On the 5-day, look for, or I should say tomorrow, mostly sunny, an isolated shower. 80 for the high, though, back to normal. 61 on the low side. And on the 5-day, although we'll show you mostly sunny all the way through next Tuesday, we do have a chance of some scattered afternoon showers, so that's sort of early summer weather, 60s and 80s.
The old Frisbee effect there.
Oh, it did. I started going like this. I didn't know if it was going to quit.
Maybe he can do that with us one of these days. It takes a while to set that up, you know. It's called planning back there.
Yeah.
Right. Nice job, Brad. Coming up next on Channel 4 Magazine, some decorative ways to spruce up the house. We'll have planting plants in containers coming up next.
There
Phase 2, The Other Side, rated PG-13. Starts Friday, May 23rd.
You know, nurses agree that their patients get well quicker when they receive flowers. Send Emma's flowers to someone you know in the hospital or at home. Emma's beautiful sunshine bouquet, $14.95. 12 exciting sweetheart roses, $16.95. Emma's, the superlative florist.
Nothing says weekend like a cookout. The taste, the smell, So why wait for the weekend? With a gas grill from Nashville Appliance Center, you can have a weekend any night because there's no mess or waiting for charcoal. Nashville Appliance Center offers a wide selection of top brands and the best prices. And unlike most department stores, Nashville Appliance Center stands behind your purchase with service and a complete inventory of replacement parts. So stop by or call Nashville Appliance Center today and start your weekend tonight.
You're retired. You've got almost everything you ever wanted, except for the time to enjoy it. Wouldn't it be nice if someone else did all the maintenance and you had a luxury apartment with amenities such as restaurant dining, chauffeured transportation, and maid service? That's Willowbrook Retirement Center, and the cost is probably less than your current lifestyle. Why not phone for our free brochure? 860-2189. Willowbrook is the luxury you deserve.
17 now past the hour, and today on the show we have more gardening tips from Mary Rust at Wayside Garden Center. Today, ideas on how to decorate with potted plants and the different containers that you can use. Here's Mary with a few ideas for you.
Container gardening is extremely easy. First thing you want to consider would be your container, a pot, and you'd want to certainly think of your pot in scale to the deck that you have or the area patio that you would be decorating. You wouldn't want to put a lot of small pots out there. However, a grouping with including the small pots would be just fine. But consider the scale of the pot. Remember the size of the plant. The plant at maturity, what size it will be. Those are the two most important things. When you group these plants, you're going to be doing this grouping for a visual impact. It's much more beautiful to have them in groupings than to have them strung out, what we call in the business soldier fashion. Just put them in a nice grouping and work with your sizes of your pots. If you have one that's not quite as tall as you want it, turn a clay pot upside down, and you can use that idea for getting you a little bit of elevation, getting the plant up out of the grouping and maybe focusing on it a little more. We have crops we call blooming tropicals, and they would include gardenias, hibiscus, your rose tree can certainly be used. And these items you enjoy in the summer, in the full hot sun, most of these, and then you put them where they would have a dormancy period for the winter, where they'd certainly be protected from the freezing. You'll cut them back and just let them go dormant. But they're wonderful items to enjoy in container gardening. Container gardening is excellent for people who have limited space, and it's also good for watering. You have one area basically that you can water and take care of, much less enjoying the beauty of it.
Definitely, this is the time of year to do some experimenting around the house, so try those tips. And thanks to Mary Rust from Wayside Garden Center. More Channel 4 Magazine coming up in just a minute.
We'll meet a woman who says horses are her life as we continue our series, Springtime in the Bluegrass, when Channel 4 Magazine returns.
I've been looking forward to this golf vacation for months.
Let's walk off that dessert, or we might not make it around the course tomorrow.
Indeed. We'll catch up with you.
Okay.
Sure wish Jimmy could have joined us. He had his heart set on this trip.
Yeah, but the money he had set aside had to pay those darn hospital bills.
They were that bad?
Well, he thought Medicare would pay him. But it pays less than half the average health care bill. And he's having trouble making ends meet.
No kidding.
If only he had been protected by the Medicare supplement from the original National Senior Citizens Group Insurance Trust. Say, Frank, did you ever call that toll-free number I gave you?
I've been putting it off.
Why? A hospital stay today can run you anywhere from $400 for just one day to thousands of dollars for a long stay. And every year since 1968, Medicare has raised its in-hospital deductible and co-payments. The parts we pay ourselves.
And this insurance plan helps cover all these expenses?
Yep, in and out of the hospital.
You sure they'll let me into this trust?
If you're 65 or over, you can't be turned down for any reason, Frank. And they pay cash, direct to you.
Not to the hospital or doctors?
Oh, not unless that's what you want.
What if Medicare increases our share of the hospital costs again?
They'll match them dollar for dollar.
Betty and I can't handle the bills that hit Jimmy. What's that toll-free number?
I'll write it down for you. And there's no obligation for making the call. They'll send you a free information kit that'll explain it all. And the group rates are very affordable.
No more putting it off. I'll call as soon as I get back to our room.
Carl, Frank, look at the show we found. What do you hear?
Carl is going to shoot a 70 tomorrow.
What's so funny about that?
Take Carl's advice and call for this important information today. Call toll-free 1-800-824-3400. That's 1-800-824-3400, or write to Medicare Supplement, Trevose, PA 19049. Operators are standing by now.
22 minutes now past the hour. When a marriage ends, why hang on? That's a simple question. It's the answers that are really tough. So today here on the program, we'll have some insight into that topic. Our guest is a teacher of marriage and family courses at Peabody and Vandy. She's also in private practice as a marriage counselor, Brenda Dube. Let's go back a little bit and say, well, first of all, let's determine what are the factors that people should look for to say, yeah, it's time to divorce, because that is such a serious topic.
Well, I think that when it's time to divorce is when the two of you, or the two spouses, just are not getting their needs met within the marriage. And when they're fighting and they can't get along and they have nothing in common, it's time to get out.
Well, everybody fights. Everybody has their differences of opinion between partners. When do you know it's time?
Well, I think when we're talking about fighting, we're talking about fighting when you're really hurting each other and they're constantly after each other. The hurting has got to stop. You know, if you've got a relationship that sounds like that you're in love and you've got more unpleasant things happening than you do good things, then you've got, it's not a relationship.
Obviously, people want to hang on because they feel they can salvage a marriage in some ways.
Well, I think people hang on for two reasons. One is because of the fear of letting go, and secondly, because they don't really know what they want. I find that most couples really don't know what they want within that marriage.
And most partners, I guess both partners in a lot of cases, are not willing to take the first step.
No, and because of these, I think there's a fear of failure. And also, you know, people can get addicted to one another. We have a lot of codependency in relationships now, where people look at the other one for their needs and needs that they need to fill within their own selves. And so what happens sometimes is you're really addicted to the other person. It's hard to let go.
Yeah. The old saying comes in, we're staying together for the sake of the kids.
Right.
Is that any good?
Well, I kind of smile because I think people think they're staying together for the kids, but I think they're staying together because it's a real fear of letting go.
Well, and there's also the old saying, can't live with them, can't live without them.
Yes.
So what do you do in a case like that?
Well, I think that we have to focus in on exactly what do you want to do for yourself. And when I tell couples, you have to be responsible for your own behavior, but you're responsible to each other. And I think that living with and living without says that you're really not living with your own self. You haven't found peace within yourself.
When does a marriage counselor need to enter the picture for a couple that may be having trouble?
Well, it's nice to enter right at the very beginning when the communication's breaking down, but I'm afraid that we only enter when they're almost ready to have a divorce.
Do you as a marriage counselor ever recommend divorce to somebody? Do you ever spot a problem that says, this is terrible, let me do you a favor and say, get divorced?
I don't really come right out and say it because that's not my decision to make. It's their decision. They've got to live with it. If I make it, I might make it for myself and not them. What I do is point out alternatives and have them take a look at, if they stay within the relationship, what's going to happen to them.
You mentioned that people get addicted to one another. Let's say a divorce is final. They still have an attraction toward one another or a dependency on one another. That's where it can really be a problem, isn't it?
Now, we're talking about addiction just like an alcoholic. An alcoholic is addicted to alcohol. People get addicted to people the same way. And it's a real painful thing. They feel like they can't live without them. They think about them all the time. They have a horrible hurting in their stomach, which says, you know, I'm no good without them, and yet they're no good with them.
So what do you do in a case like that?
Well, we try to get the person to understand that you have to make yourself happy. Your spouse doesn't make you happy. You make yourself happy. And what you have to do is you have to fill yourself up with some things that are good for you. Because what I find is that in relationships, people try to control one another. It's very difficult to accept the person as they are. And what they start doing is they start controlling by, if I can control your feelings, maybe I can control mine.
Let's talk about diversions then. If they're trying to get someone else out of their mind, This is after a divorce, you know, go back to that addiction. What can they do?
Well, I think it's now time for them to say, okay, what can I do good just for me? And that's a good time during that transition period is to find out what I did in the marriage, not what the other person did, but what I did. What did I learn from this marriage? I don't think that marriage is a failure if you get a divorce, if you learn something.
Right. It's interesting you talk about people being addicted to one another, but I guess that boils down to being the major problem.
We have a lot of addiction, a lot of addiction.
It's something that I guess a lot of people are facing these days in these modern times. They say the times and the social changes are taking advantage of people. Brenda, thanks for being our guest.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank
Brenda
you.
do. And we'll be back with more Channel 4 Magazine right after this.
Stay tuned to Channel 4 Magazine. Karen Davis joins us with books for traveling. And we'll spend a day at the races in part 4 of our series, Springtime in the Bluegrass, when Channel 4 Magazine returns.
Welcome to Outdoor Tennessee, your complete guide to the best values of spring in recreation, home improvement, travel, and leisure activities. Looking for something different to do? Then take a Belle Carroll riverboat cruise, like the Prime Rib Dinner Cruise aboard the Music City Queen, featuring great food and live entertainment at a very affordable price. Do something different. Book a cruise with the Belle Carroll Riverboat Company today. Experience some of the best fishing anywhere on Tennessee's lakes and rivers. Just make sure your first stop is Bill Clay Sporting Goods, where you'll find the area's largest selection of brand name rods, reels, and lures, all backed by a staff of fishing experts. That's Bill Clay Sporting Goods, Franklin Road in Melrose. Looking for something colorful to brighten up your garden? Then come to Flower Mart. You'll find a wide variety of blooming annuals, perennials, and houseplants, along with a unique collection of baskets, garden statuary, and gifts. Flower Mart, specializing in the finest quality and most unusual plants. Watch for more Outdoor Tennessee right here on Channel 4.
Look, no oily film. No stains.
New lemon-scented Hot Shot Fogger. It's water-based, kills cleanly. Thousands of roaches, fleas, and their hatching eggs for up to 4 weeks.
Look, a bonus pack.
3 cans of new Hot Shot Fogger for the price of 2. More killing power for your money.
Look, it's clean, it's lemon-scented, it's a bargain.
Give it your best shot, Hot Shot.
Dream away, dream away. To a year-round vacation home and spectacular Cliff Tops Resort near Monteagle. It could be yours just for entering Pepsi's exciting Dream Stakes. You may win a beautiful mountain retreat worth more than $100,000, plus an '86 Toyota 4x4 pickup, or one of many other great prizes. It's Pepsi's biggest sweepstakes in history. Get entry forms where you get your favorite Pepsi products. Dream away.
It's a showcase of the racehorse, a mecca for the people who love him. Today, as we continue our series produced by Mark Schaefer and photographed by Pat Slattery, we'll take you to the horse country of Kentucky for a real bluegrass tradition. It's something Kentuckians call a splendid affair. It's a day at the races, springtime in the bluegrass.
A man of history once observed how a handsome horse is the highest pride of a Kentuckian. And it must be so. Why else would a place like Keeneland exist? People speak of it in hallowed terms. A lovely affair, genteel and elegant. A time and place that used to be us.
Prettiest place in the world, I suppose.
Keeneland Racecourse, the bluegrass in springtime. Racing, they say, as it was meant to be.
Oh, there's something magic about it. The scenery, the people, the general effect. We just love it.
Horse running is a beautiful sight, I believe. And it's just the challenge racing, the sport. It's the king of sports. It's just a beautiful sight to see those horses run.
And George Bucky Sally should know. For 22 years, Bucky Sally has been blowing boots and saddles and assembly on race day at Keeneland, calling to the post some of the finest horse flesh in the world.
I've had a lot of offers to go to other racetracks, but I consider myself the Keeneland bugler, and I'll just leave it that way.
The Keeneland Bugler. He says it means a lot to be the Keeneland Bugler.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, it's the greatest racetrack in the world, and I got the #1 job as bugling.
Especially now, especially spring.
At this time of year, you get all the flowers and the trees budding out, and the grass is the greenest, you know. We get a little cold weather. It's been chilly a few days here, but today is just splendid. It's absolutely beautiful.
And that's how it was always intended to be.
Oh, yeah. Come on, Mick! Come on, Mick! Come on, Mick!
For 50 years now, there's been horse racing at Keeneland for the sake of the thoroughbred and the sake of good fun. We want a place, said one of its founders, where those who love horses can picnic with us, enjoy God's sunshine, and thrill to the sport of the bluegrass.
Oh, we've had a good time.
Keeneland isn't run for the sake of a dollar. Its trust is to further the sport of kings.
It's a beautiful park. It really is.
Really
We're
is.
from the West Coast.
We're from Yuma, Arizona.
From Arizona?
Mm-hmm.
But some say that title, Sport of Kings, doesn't fit. All fans are created equal when picking a horse.
You pick Bolshoi Boy.
Or icy ground.
We're still deciding, but we like 10.
You like
Number
10?
10.
Well, I think I'm going to pick number 10. I'll probably go with what he picks. He usually wins. I don't.
Maybe I won't lose too much money on it, see?
But I haven't cashed a ticket all day.
This might be the first time we cash a ticket today.
We're 3 out of 4.
We lose some and win some, but we have lots of fun out here, and that's beautiful.
It certainly is. Racing at its finest.
Racing as it was meant to be.
We really appreciate it, and it's been a beautiful day today, I'll tell you.
And as you heard in the news earlier today on Channel 4 Magazine, the Queen of England is in Kentucky, soaking up some of that beautiful atmosphere. And Channel 4 Magazine will continue right after this.
Books to assist you when traveling, next on Channel 4 Magazine. Well, Randy's here today, and he brought along some real neat frame ideas. Tell us about it.
What we have today are some examples of some good gift ideas for the graduate. This first one is just the announcement of the graduation there, and what we did is we framed the seal, the person's name, and the actual announcement. And it's a great gift idea, and it's about $30.
It looks so smart, though, so fancy. You know, because a lot of times you just put those announcements away in a folder and you never see them again. But look at this.
And this is a little
Whoa.
bit more intricate there. What we've done is taken the diploma, the announcement, the tassel, and you can also do things such as any pins that they might get and any clubs that they're in or whatever, and put those in there. And it makes a real nice way to remember their high school years or college years.
You can do it yourself or give it as a gift, huh?
That's right.
And you can do it for weddings and other things, too.
Weddings, we did a wedding composite a couple weeks ago, so it makes a real good gift idea.
I've never seen it. You can see how big it is now. That is a great idea. Where do we go to get it?
We're in Madison. We're right off I-65 North on Douglas Street, just about 20 minutes from anywhere in Nashville.
Reed's Custom Framing.
Spring is here and summer's just around the corner. It's time to plan your summer vacation, plant a garden, or spruce up your yard with some landscaping. Make that new addition to your home, or just get into some summer fun. Channel 4 wants to help you get the most out of the season with Outdoor Tennessee. Over the next several weeks, Outdoor Tennessee will be your guide to the best values in recreation, home improvement, travel, and leisure activities. If you want to get the most for your dollar this spring, keep watching Channel 4 for Outdoor Tennessee.
Up in New York, the #1 bologna is Oscar Mayer. But down in New Orleans, Brian makes the #1 bologna. In Chicago, Oscar Mayer's #1. But in Memphis, Brian is #1. The fact is, Oscar Mayer is the #1 bologna from the north. But here, people preferred the taste of Brian. Maybe that's because you can't get a down-home taste from an up-home company. Brian, the #1 bologna from the South.
Okay, it's 24 minutes now before the hour. Jay Leno is expecting our phone call, I understand. I've been given a number to call him. Okay, let me just try calling here. This is obviously a Southern California number that I'm dialing. This is for the hottest comic in America today, the best stand-up comedian in the world today, according to David Letterman. Let's see if we can make a connection here. Okay, the phone's ringing. Mike, you want to bring that up?
Hello?
Hello, Jay Leno, please.
Sure, this is Jay.
Hi, Jay. Charlie Chase in Nashville. How you doing?
Pretty good.
Where have I called?
Where?
Yeah.
You called me at this phone.
Well, I know that, but I mean, where in particular have I called?
Hollywood, California.
Oh, is this your house?
Sure.
Well, do you care if I go ahead and give your home number out on the air?
Sure, yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah. Hey, you're coming to Nashville again on Saturday. It's been a while since you were here in Nashville. You were on Channel 4 magazine with us the last time you were in.
Right.
You're playing the bigger halls now, right?
Seems that way.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's good. But has the show changed any for people who may have seen you at Zanies here?
Well, obviously you can do a lot more time when you work in a large theater.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the nice thing is you can do a lot more of the subtle things. Obviously in a nightclub, you know, it's hard to do more of the subtle pieces when the shot blast goes whizzing by your head.
Yeah, that's a good point. What's it like being a comic on the road these days? Do you guys have groupies that follow you from city to city?
You mean jokies?
Huh?
You mean like jokies?
Jokies, yeah, okay.
Not really. Singers get all the real pretty girls. You know, comics get the more damaged girls, you know.
Oh, really? Could you be a little specific about that?
Fatherless little fat girls, you know, with the back.
Oh, no.
That kind of thing. Yeah, it's sad. It's sad.
Oh, you know, David Letterman has termed you as the best stand-up comedian today, which I guess means if you sit down, you're in terrible shape.
Yeah,
right?
that's the thing.
Yeah. Did you hear about Dave?
Did I hear about it?
Yeah. There's an article in the paper this morning that David Letterman has been charged with using a radar detector in his car in Connecticut.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, it's scandalous. It's a $40 fine or an appearance in state superior court. He referred everything to a spokesman. How do you think Dave's feeling right now?
I don't know. You know, it's sad when you see a career just crushed like that. You know, it's amazing how the mighty have fallen.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you might have to give Dave a call today to console him just a bit.
I'll check that out.
Yeah, that was in the paper this morning from the Associated Press. Oh, okay, now you're coming into town Saturday night for a show at Tennessee Performing Arts Center.
I'll be there.
Okay, and one other thing I have to ask you about. I heard a rumor that there might be something big for you as far as a show on television. Are you at liberty to talk about anything like that?
Oh, yeah. Well, in America, you can talk freely. That's the nice thing about it. You know?
Uh-huh.
As opposed to that thing I did in Chernobyl.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, it's not official yet. I think I'm going to do some late-night specials probably for NBC.
Uh-huh.
That's, we haven't really figured out exactly where we're going with it yet, though.
Right. Okay. Well, I wish you a lot of luck with it.
Thanks, and there'll be a little something extra in your envelope as well.
Oh, yeah. How much are tickets to your concert? Is it a concert? What do you call that when a comic does a show?
I don't know. It's just a show, I guess. You know, I don't even know how much the tickets are, I guess. I don't... I just gotta show up. You know, we artistes.
You are what?
We artistes. Artists.
Artistes.
We artistes.
That's a West Coast word, I imagine, huh?
Artiste, like artist.
Yeah, well, anyway, if you folks want to check on tickets for Jay Leno and his show, we'll call it, at T-Pack on Saturday night, call Ticketmaster. They have all the information. Jay, I'll tear up this phone number. I don't want to give you your home phone number, okay?
Ticketmaster. That's the guy with the leather pants and the whip, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right.
Good luck, Joe. Jay.
Okay, Bob. I want to thank you for having me on.
We'll see you Saturday night, okay?
Thanks.
Thanks a lot.
Talk to you later.
That's Jay Leno, live from Hollywood. That man's nuts. Oh, okay. That's going to be a good show, by the way. It's about a 2-hour show at T-Pack. And again, check Ticketmaster for all the ticket information. Okay, folks, if you plan on doing some traveling during this vacation season, and judging by all the world events that are happening, many of you are going to be staying right in this territory, you need some ideas on where to travel. Some behind-the-scenes looks in advance. That's what we're going to look at today. We have Karen Davis with us from Davis Kid Booksellers with some ideas on books that you should read up on before you hit the road. What do you got in mind here,
Well,
Karen?
it's a good idea to do some preliminary reading before you do hit the road. This is an atlas, but it's more than an atlas. If you think of maps as kind of dull, this is not dull. This gives a lot of information to families about festivals across the United States.
Yeah, that's all in the back, isn't it?
Oh,
Okay.
and traveling with children and suggestions for traveling with children, where to go to do hot air ballooning or where to do different kind of airplane rides across the United States. There's a lot of really good information. It's a very broad atlas.
You get just a few ideas looking at the pictures.
That's right. That's
okay.
right.
That's always handy to have around.
Fielding, which is a very notable guide among travel books, has this guide for family vacations. They suggest more than 100 vacation tours for families. There are all kind of rate charts there, and there's just a special section that, again, it's devoted for children, all the way from how to get babysitting services when you're on the road for kids.
Important. Climate data.
That's right. That's right. All kind of transportation